Hey everybody, it's Mr. Christie.
And this is Stouticus.
Looking at the wrong screen right now. There we go. So looking at week 8. Yeah. So first game's probably the most important one in the for this week at least. The Rat Bastards versus Pepper Snakes. 2-1 for the Rat Bastards.
Yeah, one versus two, always a very important matchup, unless it's in the very beginning of the season.
Well, then they're not one
Uh,
versus two. They're just all tied.
yes. Uh, this is the only game that I had time to actually watch because of the importance of it. Uh, Rats got a wizard and Glart with their inducements. Uh, Scored the first half because they received. Second half, they started with a blitz, so the Rats were able to get under the ball, but the Orcs were able to recover it. But then the Rats used the Wizard to get the ball out, pick it up, and then score the next turn. Then the Orcs took like 4 turns to score again, score their first touchdown, and just couldn't get the ball back to get the equalizer. And that's pretty much what happened. Rats being rats with a Wizard and a blitz.
There's a lot of deaths in this game. I'm looking at it, and none of the deaths really matter. It's a
Uh,
couple. Three of
I
the
mean,
deaths were linemen, and one was Glart Smash Rip.
yeah, Glart died on turn 7 of the game, I think. Um, it should be said, Riggin, the wrestle Dauntless, strip ball, gutter runner, did die, but the Apo saved it and turned it into a minus armor. So, or else there would have been 4 dead rats. So, it's kind of a win. And then Pepper Snakes also lost a line orc, but doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the when the kick lineman on the rat team also got agility down, but yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah, and it's just a case of you see that the Rats sustained 7 casualties, but it was just not quick enough, especially not in the first half. There were only 2, and then afterwards, it kind of in the second half is when they started to take over. But again, not enough. Still enough Rats on the field to keep the Orcs from scoring again.
Yeah, it just looks like rats doing rat things. Rats are kind of hard to stop sometimes.
Yeah, at this point, if you don't pitch clear of them, they're always a threat to always win, or at the very least pull out ties from losses. So they are a difficult team to play.
All right, next we got Rail Pickles Flashpoint versus Beard to Death. Beard to Death wins 2-0.
Oh, I should say that first game we actually split on. You went with Toast Guy, and I backed Pepper Snakes. So
Oh, good. I thought it was the other way around.
no, you took the Rats, but I wanted to be contentious on this one just because of the significance of it.
Okay, perfect.
And enjoy it. That's the only one you got right this week.
So, yeah, there's an hour death in this game here.
Because for this one, Pickles versus Beard to Death, you definitely went against Larkstar.
Yeah, we didn't need to mention it. It goes without saying.
Again, Norse getting more than double the blocks, which isn't that hard for Norse to do, but they had the ball 81% of the time. It just seemed everything seemed to just go their way.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was like a blitz happened and a short kick.
Yeah, either that or I was gonna say pickups. No, the humans were able to pick up the ball, so I'm gonna go with there's probably a blitz. And the humans couldn't dodge for shit. 31% dodges.
I'm pretty sure 3 of those came from diving tackle.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, and there was a big death on the human team. It's the Strength 5 Blitzer.
Yep. The second ogre is dead now.
It turns out stat-ups were not what was actually going to win this div, even though almost everyone had them.
Yeah, and the team with probably the most is not doing that well right now. Goes to show you, sometimes, stat-ups are nice, but they can only take you so far. They can only do so much. Sometimes it's better to have another skill instead of a stat up.
Yep. Next up, we got the Horned Gorthang versus Uniquely Dangerous. 3-2 for Uniquely Dangerous. Oh, geez, another death.
We both backed T-Self in this one. Yeah, it's another death. An Agi 5.
Leap, sure hands.
Leaping. So everybody should be rejoicing that thing is dead. No.
Well, I mean, at least it's not a natural one-turner.
No, but Agi 5 Rat is second on the list to an Addy one-turner. No?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, T-Self only got 1 armor break.
Whoa, okay.
This entire game out of 16 blocks.
T-Self also only had the ball for 12%, but scored 3 times.
Well, there was a lightning bolt involved in one of those turnovers.
I think T-Self just fought as hard as he could this game.
And the Chaos could not pick up the ball either. So that helps when the ball is on the ground all the time.
Oof. Yeah, Rats got beat up, but they were able to just squeeze by, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what Rats do. The team dies while they score touchdowns.
Alright, next up we got Fragile Nymph versus BioWare for Life. 2-0 for BioWare for Life.
This is another one where we agreed that the vampires would win this one.
Alright, is there death in this one? This is the first game with no deaths.
Yeah, no, this one was the boring one this week.
Although a Blitzer did get a strength down right here.
It was a pretty bloody week.
Yeah,
for this
and that player is gone. So he might as well died.
Well, they got the level up. They got the MVP, and then
got fired for having a strength down.
Yep. No, that's what you should do on a rookie blitzer. I mean, there's no point in keeping a strength 2 blitzer.
Yeah, it's not like my strength down halfling, who I kept because he had a dirty player.
The irony being he probably rolled plus strength.
And it looks like the vampires were very ruthless this week. 9 removals from them.
Yeah, and they were good on average with their Hypnogate, or just under average with their Bloodlust, but it didn't. It only, I think, possibly KO'd 2 thralls, and that was it.
So there wasn't a lot of. It looks like they KO'd 4 thralls.
Can I not read right?
as possible.
Yeah, never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I was looking at the ones they inflicted for whatever reason. But yeah, okay. So, I take that back. But it wasn't permanent damage like it was the few weeks before that.
I mean,
like
to be fair, technically the vampires did inflict those KOs. Technically, but the dice won't tell you that.
Yeah, it's not recorded in the log that way, even though probably should be.
Oh, there's a bribe too. Oh yeah, these were fouling. Yeah, this is the Dark Elf team with the dirty player.
Yes, and they will foul. So, if the division doesn't know this by now, this is a fouling Dark Elf team.
And I think fouling is a really good thing to do against vampires. They're a very susceptible team to fouling.
As long as you're fouling the right things, sure.
Anything that goes on the ground, because vampires really don't want anything removed.
I get that, but one rookie thrall that's 40k removing a 90k line elf is a pretty good trade for the vampires.
Unless, because you remove that thrall, it also removed a vampire. Even if it is just for that drive.
Yes, I understand that one. But that would have to be like the last thrall on the field, which then that's what I mean by it. It has to be the right target, not just any thrall that's on the field on the ground. Is kind of what I meant.
There, I think we agree on that. But foul everything. Next up, we got R5 from an Elf versus Wood United. 1-1 draw.
This is one of the games we actually split on, and of course, then they go and draw.
And nothing died.
Yeah. No Wood Elves died, which is like the first time in a few weeks.
Nothing died.
Yeah.
Worst that happened was just badly hurts.
Regen did a thing, though.
That's a lot of blocks compared to those blocks.
Oh, Wood Elves really aren't gonna block all that much.
Maybe that's why I'm not so good with elves.
They're gonna get their blitz in, and that's pretty much it. The Wood Elves did survive a lightning bolt, though. I mean, they got knocked down, but it didn't do damage. It maybe I don't.
And I don't think there's not much else to really say for this one.
Well, armor busted catcher getting the MVPs, now very close to leveling up again. So, is he going to level first or is he going to die first?
Both.
So it's going to die as he levels?
Yep.
But is that score a touchdown and then die in the game, or die in the game and get a touch and get the MVP?
He's gonna intercept the ball in a tackle zone, and then he's gonna dodge out and die.
But then that's leveling up before dying.
It all happens in the same second for proper game time.
Is it a 5-second rule between leveling up and dying?
Yeah.
Okay. Works for me.
I don't know why he didn't decide to just blitz off the player instead of just dodging right away, but that's what happened. It's the future.
Okay.
Next up is Terror Alliance versus Gladiators of Batiatus. Oh yeah, that's a lot of death there.
Yeah, the trend of Terror Alliance just beating the crap out of their opponents continues. This was a bash mirror, but it was the Chorfs doing all the bashing pretty much.
Yeah, it looks like only 7 armor breaks on the Chorfs.
Yeah. This was a Chaos team that only had one Claw Mighty Blow for the game. So that plays a factor when you're punching AV9 Chorfs.
Well, on the bright side for the Chaos, nothing too important died.
Yeah, a Loner Beastman died, a Wrestle Beastman, and then a Jump Up Beastman.
Yeah, I don't like Jump Up as like the first level. I know what he was trying to do. He's gonna make him a killer and give him piling on, but you gotta get those skills first.
Yeah, I mean that's most likely what was gonna happen there, and I understand it. You take the double when you get it if you're gonna make it a killer, and it wasn't that far from. It was only 6 away from level.
That's a lot when you don't have block or good agility.
3's good enough, but Terror Alliance did take an injury. Temperance. Their Agi 4, Sure Hands block. Ball carrying Hobgoblin got an armor bust.
You forgot kickoff return.
And Fen, too. But I would expect that he's keeping it because of the Agi 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't fire him for an armor bust. He's not supposed to be getting hit anyways.
Yeah, you hope.
He's not supposed to.
Yeah, no, he's not. So you keep it until it actually dies. The World got the MVP.
Oops. Yeah, we saw it. He got the guard.
Yeah, and he got guard. Yeah. Which is what this team is severely lacking, actually. Before that level up, it only had 2 guard.
Yeah, it's you need a lot of guard for the Chorfs. That's one of the things that makes him actually scary.
Yeah, well, he had lost two Chorf blockers relatively recently, and he got a Mighty Blow to accelerate their leveling, which I understand. But then, that left him very low on guard. And he couldn't stop rolling doubles for Claw, so...
But yeah, you gotta take the Claw. And then last game of the week was Sterling Hornets versus Goatwork Orange. Goatwork Orange wins 2-1. No deaths in this one.
I should say last game we both took the Chorfs, and then in this one you took the Pro Elves and I took the Chaos. Yeah, no deaths in this one, sadly. This was the other boring game of the week.
Oh no, Sockeye got a niggle, and that guy has been famous for not doing anything really.
Well, and then also there's a new legend in Rebel.
Oh, Lil Umph leveled up. Let's actually take a look at Lil Umph.
You're gonna be disappointed.
You're not supposed to say that until I actually look at it. When I figure out where it is. He hasn't picked it yet.
No, he has not. He's leaving us all in suspense.
Oh, Lil Ump got a lot of SPP last game though. To be up by 6 or 5.
2 touchdowns.
Just 2 touchdowns? I thought it was like
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little bit more away from Legend.
No, he was actually just 1 SPP away. So got 2 touchdowns to get it. And then the second thrower on the Hornets got a minus movement. So
Yeah, I think you just cycle that out. Well, maybe just throw it on the line for now.
I was gonna say I had a feeling. To me, this feels like a lineman anyway. So now he's definitely a lineman that happens to have pass because he's got block as well. So he's actually better than a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, just throw him on the line. He's just your line fodder now. Not a lot of blocks from the Chaos this game. Less than the Elves.
Yeah, it would appear that even though the Chaos had the ball most of the time, it appears that the Elves were good at disengaging and were able to limit the blocks to the 1 blitz a turn.
Their dodges were garbage this game. 66% for Elves.
Some of those, seeing it was a 2-1 game, some of those could have been cage dives to get the ball to tie. But still, yeah. That is definitely below average. But I would also assume that the Chaos were,
he had one of his players trying to do 11 dodges and failed 5 of them. This guy tried 7 and failed 3. Actually, it's like he failed a dodge every turn. With 14 failed dodges? Would most likely
maybe.
be he didn't fail a dodge on the first of his drop on the like on his first turn for the drive. That would be the only time he didn't fail a dodge.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, does this register if you have dodge and you dodge away and use it?
It does register that, but that's still a lot.
But that registers as 2 dodges?
It does.
Okay. Because that's also what I was thinking here, is that a lot of these players already have dodge too built in.
That means it's rolling a lot of 1s though still.
37. That's on the higher end, yeah. But not outrageously so. But yeah. Could have been lots of 1s on dodges.
Where are you getting 37 from?
37 1s.
Oh, okay. That's where you got. I thought you were talking about the dodges, and I'm like, that doesn't add up.
No. 37 1s thrown, but that's also misleading because that's so much. It can be armor breaks. That can be wake up rolls. It can be so many different things. So, um,
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at the leaderboard, which I spoiled by accidentally starting on there. Ignore that. That's okay because division predictor time, and that's a little more accurate. This time with, I think, the right playoff and Challengers Cup numbers.
yeah, it should be 2 playoffs and 2 Challengers Cup. That's what I assume.
I'm hoping that's what it is because that's what I put in.
Well, that's what Rebel.net is saying right now.
So Rat Bastards, 96.99% chance for playoffs. They're pretty much a lock in. First at 79.8. There was no way the Rat Bastards don't get a postseason run.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Say it that way. Don't say that there's no chance they don't make the playoffs. They have a great chance of making the playoffs, but there is still a chance they finish in the Challengers Cup spot instead of the playoffs.
But there is 100% chance they get postseason.
Yeah. Because spoiler alert, they're on 24 points already. So
yeah, that's a lot.
They're not. Well, they've already played their Week 9 game, so
it's still a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Then we got Pepper Snakes, and after that loss last week, they really dropped down in getting first. They're still in a healthy spot, though.
Oh, yeah. They still have a shot at taking number 1 from Toskai. They hurt their chances by losing to them last week, but
they just need them to lose like every game.
Not every game. It's just the Orcs have to at the best win all their games and have Toskai lose 1 game. That's really all they need.
Good shot. They're at 64.55 playoff chance. 29.93 Challengers Cup chance.
But both those teams have been pulling away from the rest of the division the last few weeks. They're solidly in 1 and 2 right now.
And then we got a Beard to Death. I guess my curse isn't working so well because they're in 3rd.
Your favorite team.
I got nothing against the team. It's against Larkstar now for changing one thing.
But he's been winning since he did.
He could have won with it still.
He begged to differ.
If he thinks he needs that specific stadium to win, I question his skill as a coach.
You could say the same thing with a Knuffles Alter. If he needs Knuffles Alter to win...
He doesn't need it to win. He's also giving his opponents a fair chance. I think with how high his TV is, it makes him a better coach if he has Knuffles Alter.
I was just going to say...
Because he's playing at a disadvantage.
He's one of the higher TV teams. Actually, right now, he's the highest. Because the Vampires have lost a Vampire and haven't bought it back yet. So Knuffles Alter would be working against him all the time.
Even better reason to say he's a better coach than everyone else.
Yeah, no.
Next, we got Uniquely Dangerous. They're doing pretty good. They came in at the lowest team value, right?
I think Toast Guys was lower.
Really?
By a little bit.
I don't know. It's been a while, and I have no records.
Maybe it was T cells. I don't know. They were both
One
pretty
of the
low.
rats was the lowest.
Yeah.
But he's really put himself up there.
It's
Taro Lions actually, I don't remember starting that well, but has just been demolishing teams as he's moved up now.
Yeah, and he's put himself at 13 points right now, so that's only 2 behind Large Star and T Self. So he's right there for a Challengers Cup spot. He's 6 off of Pepper Snakes for the second seed, so that's, I think, too far away, too much ground to make up right now with how many games are left. But
Challengers Cup is pretty easy, pretty all right.
Definitely still competing for the Challengers Cup though.
Next we got BioWare for Life. They're vampires, so they're doing pretty well for vampires.
Yeah, pretty an even record: 3 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses.
Yeah, that's pretty good for vampires.
Pretty much what I would expect, yeah. Because they're such a high variance team. But again, they're not out of a Challengers Cup spot yet. 3 points behind 3 and 4. So yeah.
And this is where there's a huge drop off for everything. Fragile and Limp. Because BioWare for Life was at 21.56 for Challengers Cup. Fragile and Limp, while not the next highest, drops down to 3.13.
Jeez.
Go Work Orange is at 7.85, and that's the next lowest after BioWare for Life. I think it's just because of who Fragile and Limp has to verse for the rest of the season. That, and they've already lost their game for this week. Spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're already a game ahead and didn't gain ground in that game. And then, yeah, it's the rest. It's whoever they have to play next. Yeah. So I think your chances of postseason are from 6 up. Those are the 6 that are fighting. And I even think 5 and 6 are really fighting for Challenger Cup spots, not really the playoffs at this point.
Yeah, at this point, it's everyone lower. Just decide: are you going to re-roll, or are you going to keep going with the team? But try and ruin other people's playoff chances.
On that note, I don't really think any team needs to re-roll.
No, but eventually you get to a point where it's like, I'm done with this team.
Wood Elf United is looking like a really beat up Wood Elf team.
It is, but you only need 5 players to be a Wood Elf team.
Well, they have 5 elves and a tree, so
yeah, they're ahead of the game then with the tree.
And then the other one that I might consider would be Rel Pickles, just because of what the team started this season has, and now what it is. It hurts, and it's been a really rough season for them. But I think you can rebuild them. It's just, you still have a couple stat freaks left. Just not the amazing pieces, but still very good pieces.
And then we got Sterling Hornets is at 2.48. I think I missed saying Hornegorthank, they're at 6.05. Gladiators of Petietas is 0.56. Rel Pickles is at 0.12. Wood United is 0.19. And Art Fire from Elf is 0.04%. And from Gladiators of Petitus down have no chance for playoffs.
So Arfar from an Elf still has chance at a Challengers Cup.
It's very small. They need everything to go perfect for them.
It's still a chance.
Yeah, it is a chance.
There's still hope. You can, Ponosaurus, you can still make Challengers Cup. Come on.
I mean, I'll be honest. I am one of those people that's like, there's still a chance. I'll go for it. Maybe that's why I work so well with halflings.
Well, you kind of have to have that attitude with halflings. Just go for it. Just see what happens. Expect it to fail, but just you still gotta go for it.
All right, and let's take a look at next week now. Next week we got first game's already played. Fragile and Limp, Rat Bastards. 3-0 win for the Rat Bastards. Next game after that is the Horn of Gorthank versus Arfar from an Elf.
So this is where the win streak starts, Ponosaurus. Gotta beat the Horn of Gorthank.
Arfar from an Elf is getting 330k in inducements. Unless I'm missing a...
No, that's right.
Yeah, unless I was missing something.
No.
I don't think they're going to add more players on either side. So 330 for 330 for Necro.
Well, if the Necro really wanted to, if they're just going into rebuilding mode, I probably would do this. Buy your second Flesh Golem. You haven't.
Oh yes, get that Flesh Golem if you're gonna. That's gonna be helpful. I missed that you didn't have a second Flesh Golem for some reason. Yeah. Maybe I'm just not used to Flesh Golems actually being on the Necro team because they keep dying.
Hey, if you're paying your Flesh Golem taxes, your wolf shouldn't die. Oh wait.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That didn't work for Ponosaurus.
No, because he paid his Flesh Golem taxes and his good wolves died anyway. Whoops. Because I think he started the season with 2 developed Flesh Golems too, and they've both died.
Yeah, this has been a rough season for this Necro team. The zombies live, but nothing else. Well, the ghoul also lived.
Yeah.
And now it's going to die this game because I said that.
And the white.
The whites are actually pretty good. I really like those whites.
Glorfidel, you know. Doing pretty well.
Actually, sorry, Tariel's the one I really like. Because he's Blodge Guard.
Yeah, I think you would have went Blodge Guard with Glorfidel too. But he had no Mighty Blow on the team when it leveled, so he went with Mighty Blow instead of Guard.
Yeah, because you kind of want to make whites like small Flesh Golems on Necro.
Yeah. So, this game. Chaos, Necro.
I'm gonna take Ponosaurus. I think this is the start of his win streak, like you said.
If he takes that golem, then it drops down to... Inducements drop down to 220.
You mean 210?
It's 210. Okay. If you don't get the golem, I would suggest Cheney at 240, and then like
Cheney's really good. Cheney's a really good player.
Yeah, but I think the Chaos have this.
No, Ponosaurus has this. It's the start of his win streak.
I would very much like to see him finish the season on a 5-game win streak.
That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I just called it now. Next up is Rel Pickle's Flashpoint versus Gladiators of Batiatus. And Rel Pickles, you gotta take your levels. I don't know if he's actually gonna keep that player. It's a movement busted lineman.
Meh. Give it block.
Yeah, or dirty player. Or dirty player. Whatever.
Yeah, either or. But again, this team's rough season continues. They've lost the Ogre. They've lost the Blitzer.
Oh, no, they didn't lose the Ogre. They sold the Ogre. That was voluntary.
Oh, yeah. They still have the 2 really good catchers and then the really good thrower, but the rest of the team is kind of... The Blitzers is what really has fallen apart.
Yeah, I remember there being more leveled Blitzers on this team. More than just the one there and then the one that just died.
Well, the one that's a rookie right now, that was replacing another, I think, guard, Mighty Blow.
I think he had tackle too. I think they all had tackle.
Yeah.
And then it's EHS. Where are they? They're there. They're missing some players. So I've done the math, and
well, that's what happens when you suffer 3 deaths in one game.
So I've done the math, and the humans are going to get 200k. I'd probably just get a wizard and a babe. Or if you really want to protect the team, an apothecary and, I don't know, I guess a bribe.
Yeah. I don't know how much... I don't like playing just to protect your team, but this Chaos team is missing their Claw Mighty Blow, so there is no Claw in this game. It's just going to be straight Mighty Blow, of which the Chaos have 3, but then the humans also have at least...
1?
At least they have 1. Hey, it's got Palm, though, so...
I think this one's going to be the Chaos's game, though.
You know, I'll back the Pickles then.
All right.
Both these teams had a rough week last week, but so it'd be good for either of them to win. But
all right,
I'll go with the humans.
Next up, we got Pepper Snakes and Sterling Hornets. So Sterling Hornets, there they are. Yeah, they're not looking too bad this week.
On 11 elves. And they're going to get 10k in inducements.
Yeah, assuming they just remove that,
Yeah, 20k if they don't get rid of that extra 10 that they're carrying right now.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd actually think about replacing that lineman that just died for the orcs.
Yeah, and that extra 10k to the inducements doesn't matter because the elves only have 60 in their bank, so you're talking about the difference between 70k total for inducements or 80. Doesn't get you anything. Doesn't get the elves anything, so I think this goes to the orcs because 11 elves versus 12 or 13 orcs. That does not sound like a fun time for the elves.
You know, maybe the elves will just elf on them, you know?
Entirely possible.
I'm gonna go with the elves. I think they're gonna elf on them.
I think that's harder to do without the wizard, but
A
it is
wizard's a
possible.
crutch. You don't need wizards.
Oh, a wizard is a crutch. You are obviously a coach that's not played an Agi team.
I don't need to play an agi team. I play halflings.
Oh, wizard is a crutch. Oh.
Also, like the last 5 times I used the lightning bolt, it was a 1, so I might be biased against wizards forever now.
Yeah, there are stretches where it feels like it's always a 1.
But I'll stick with these pros. I think they got this.
Okay, I'll back the orcs.
All right, so I'm gonna back Goatwork Orange. Next game is Beard to Death versus Goatwork Orange.
Not gonna even talk about it. Just
Well, we're gonna talk about it. I'm just letting you know what I'm picking already. You got a fresh legend coming in. I don't know what level. I don't know what its thing's gonna be. It's coming on in. You got that's a lot of money, just extra.
yeah, it's hard to gauge who's gonna get the inducements because if Larkstar just drops that money, and then Troxburg also drops the extra money he's got, and then wait, the Chaos are gonna get what?
Chaos are gonna get at least
60. If again, don't know what little umph's level is. If it's a normal or if it's stat up, I assume it's a normal.
the chaos will be getting the inducements at worst,
Yeah, just not a lot, is what I'm saying.
or maybe all of it.
I'm gonna go with Larkstar.
I mean, I already told you guys what I picked, so
yeah,
I'm sticking to it.
And I'm gonna stick to. I'm just gonna keep picking him because he keeps winning. So, while you have cursed him, you know, me picking him is a good thing for him.
He's cursed. Next up is Uniquely Dangerous and Terror Alliance, and I fear for the rats in this one just based off the past few games the Chorfs have had.
Yeah. Although, that was what elves.
Only 12 rats.
He did lose. The Terror Alliance did lose 3-2 to the Rat Bastards, so they have played the other rat team and lost.
That was I wasn't like. I'm not saying they're not gonna. The rats aren't gonna win. I'm just saying that there might not be a team after.
No, I know. Well, that's how Skaven win games. They win games while their team dies.
Yeah, they got enough for Wizard. They got 240. So you obviously get Wizard because it's a crutch that Agi teams have to rely on. And then what do you do with that 90k?
Gutter Runner?
Oh, yeah. That would actually be perfect.
because they're missing one for the game. So I would take your 90k and buy Gutter Runner.
Yeah. Okay. No, that works perfectly. Buy a gutter runner. Buy a wizard. Unless he's saving that money in case another gutter runner dies.
The good thing is for T-Self in this game is that Temperance, the ball carrying hobgoblin, is out, so there's no sure hands on this team. No Agi 4 on the team. So that helps in getting the ball out even more when you have strip ball, wrestle, strip ball, dauntless, gutter runner to get the ball out. It's the lack of claw on T-Self's team that concerns me in this matchup.
I don't think he needs claw.
They're not gonna. The Rats aren't gonna win the bash matchup in this game.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have claw to potentially do a little bit of work to keep the Chorfs honest and keep their numbers maybe controllable while they remove all your players.
I'm gonna go with T-Self on this one. Rats are gonna win this. How much is left after is we'll have to see, but I think the Rats will win.
Okay, just to keep the contentious picks going, I'm gonna go with Terra Alliance then.
All right.
Because I can honestly go either way.
And last game is BioWare for Life and Wood United. And Wood United is not getting that much of inducements. Unless BioWare for Life decides to buy another vampire.
The Wood Elves are carrying an extra 180.
Oh, geez, I did not see how much money they had.
So I remember last week we were talking about them buying a new War Dancer before last week's game. I would definitely do that now.
Yeah, definitely now.
I mean, unless you're just not gonna keep the team at all. If you aren't, then I understand not buying players, but then also I don't understand keeping money. But if you are keeping this team moving forward, I would definitely start buying.
It's because he's gonna use the money to YOLO buy Eldril Sideliner so he could be on the sidelines.
But I mean, I would start buying players to fill in your team so they can get levels so you can compete next season.
That's not YOLO Eldril Sideliner though.
No, it's not. Get Eldril for this game so both sides can have Hypno Gaze. Be like,
yeah,
haha.
How you like it, vampires?
Yeah, exactly.
I think the vampires are gonna do it though.
Uh, 13 for the vampires. You know what? I'll go with the Wood Elves. Again, no real reason. I just have a feeling that they're due.
All right.
For a good game.
All right then. That's the week that's coming up. Play your games, much like Dark Elves and Rats already did.
Too early.
No, what I want all of you to do is actually play your next week's game before we even do before we even do the recap.
So you want them to play week 10 before we even get to week 9 recap?
Yep. It's a challenge for the entire div.
Please don't do that.
It's a challenge. I want to see if they can do it.
If you do it, you're getting one less recap this season.
No, we're just gonna recap everything.
Can't do the same recap.
Yeah, we can. It'll just go by really quick. It'll just be a whole episode of us saying, see last episode. For opinions.
Okay. But I don't see that happening at all.
No, I don't see it happening at all. That's why I challenged them to do it. Alright then. So, yeah, that's this week. See you guys next week.
See ya.